get to sleep tonight, so we will see.
So, everyone that's watching, now or later, you will notice the screen is black. That's fine. Because I started this game before the stream to try and prep it. This is what happens. That's the title, Ash. That's the title.
Alright, so I can't help but wonder at what point that actually made it like that. Like, which...
God, I couldn't tell you. But...
which part of the game did that happen on, is my question. Is it... Oh god, we started experiencing more glitchy things after we decided to date Hikari, didn't we?
You mean after the twins? Yeah.
How to save a magical girl. So, I think we might be right where there's a bad and a good ending for each of the girls.
Whew. Yeah, no, I started it. I'm like, why is it making a weird glitching sound? Pull it back up. Oh, that's why. Oh god, what does that say? Exits game.
Oh, and it's got like bloodstains on it too. How cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so I needed to do that first. Because I needed you to see and understand.
Okay. I'm just surprised that they didn't change the graphic for the background.
Look, I did not expect to load into this game and it already be hitting 100.
Well, we were hoping to finish the game off today.
Yeah, God, I really don't want to deal with another week of not knowing.
God, I know, right?
Yay! So we just finished finals.
And did we receive our scores back yet? I think we did.
We have, yes, we did. We got the pin.
Okay, yeah, we got the pin. We gave Hikari the special item.
Yeah.
So what's the calendar look like?
New Year's Eve. Right down here.
Okay, so wait. Okay, so it looks like after the 14th we get winter break.
Yeah, I don't really know.
And also, we found out that I made the prediction in the first episode that Hikari is a yandere, so...
Yeah, she is definitely at least mildly yandere.
I mean, there's different levels of yandere.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're literally just gonna go home because we have nothing to do.
Yeah, that... Whew. Just...
Wait. Out of curiosity, chat with Hoshi.
Go get a job,
Oh.
okay.
Okay. It's all the same.
Okay. Let's just... Because if you... For people who may not remember, the quiz had some weird things on it.
Oh yeah, like, what, poison thing, and...
Yep.
Who killed the monster?
I'm real uncomfortable right now.
What? Yeah, I have a very strange feeling this morning. I wonder.
It's also weird for the same music to be going on from night. The exam still isn't sitting right with me. What's worse is that the other girls didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. Anyway, the school term ends on Friday. Once school finishes, I don't know what Hikari's schedule will be like. I should take the opportunity to spend as much time with her as I can.
Except the game won't let us.
I mean, let's check.
Well, last time you tried it, it was like, oh, we'll be together forever.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just go home.
Because we still haven't figured out why the twins were glitching as bad as they were.
Yeah, and like they've been a problem like most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just checking to make sure nothing weird happens on that screen. The day passes. The day passes uneventfully.
I guess they give you extra time because technically you don't necessarily need 100% to get the last bit, to get the second to last heart. So it's like, here, spend some time with Hikari, get to 100%.
Yeah.
It's not like we can train at anything.
Yeah, we managed to do a really good job on that. Surprisingly.
We rock. Without a tutorial. Just our combined brains.
Well, it's the last day of term. You all have a great big holiday ahead of you before you rejoin us for your second year. I am so proud of all of your progress. Even though this year was plagued with tragedy, I like to think we have all grown stronger. Sorry for clearing my throat. Make sure you stay safe during your vacation. I'll be looking forward to seeing you all again next year.
Don't tell me how to live my death.
I decided to hang back and ask Satomi about the bizarre exam questions. I don't know if I said anything in that sentence correctly. Lee. Is it strange that I feel nostalgic about our Friday night classroom cleanup sessions? No, I guess not. Next year, you'll have a different homeroom teacher, and you probably won't see me on a day-to-day basis. That makes me really sad. Anyway, what can I do for you? I wanted to ask you about some of the exam questions. Oh, you want to review some of the content? Well, not exactly. There were strange questions on my paper, and no one else seems to have had the same ones. One of the questions asked about the tree demon that attacked the school, and another mentioned Miss Yoshida's crucifixion.
Okay, real world note here. So you got your exam paper back. Can you prove you got those questions?
Right. Well, I guess they probably just hand back scores. Or would they hand back the whole exam?
I think they would hand back the whole exam with like a score on top, because that's like normal, isn't it?
I don't know how it would be done there.
I don't know. I see it in anime, so it must be real, right?
Yeah. I'm so hesitant to click this button.
Do it. Do it.
Are you certain? Here, let me dig up your paper.
What?
Satomi rustles around in her desk drawers for a moment. Strange, I can't find your paper. Did I give it back to you? You did, but I couldn't find it at home. I assumed you'd have a copy. Yeah.
So I was right. Ha.
Yes, I have photocopies of every exam, but yours is the only one not here.
Ooh, intrigue.
Look, maybe what you interpreted as questions on the paper were just thoughts in your head at the time. Exams are very stressful, even for the best students. If I were you, I'd pay it no mind. Go enjoy your vacation. You should take the opportunity to relax and refresh before you start your second year.
Alright, Satomi.
Right. I'm not getting anywhere at all with Satomi. I feel like I'm hitting my head against a brick wall. I don't feel so good, so I decide to head home. At the school gate, I'm intercepted by the girls. Yo, don't go home yet. We're all going to go party.
Does anyone know that me and Hikari are dating? You
know, it's a great question. It was Ray's idea. school's out for the year, so you'd be stupid not come and let your hair down. I agreed to come along. Might be nice to do something normal for once. It will be fun. I hope. Come on, Lee. We've got snacks and soda ready to go. What do you say? My head is throbbing. I can't take all the noise right now. Sorry. I'm not feeling great. Invite me next time, okay? Everyone frowns as I turn and walk away. I get home and crash on my bed.
What does this
Hoshi
make
barks.
me think of?
Well, I mean, he didn't get a killer headache until he talked to Satomi. I don't know what else it would remind you of, though.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe my brain's trying to connect it to some other horror visual novel thing that I've played. I just
Maybe.
can't think of it.
Hoshi barks and asks me something, but I can't focus on what he's saying. My stomach feels sick and my head is dizzy. I think I might throw up. Okay, game.
Huh?
Why the beeping?
Hmm.
That's what I always hear, like, when, like, you've been in the hospital. I feel terrible this morning. My head is throbbing and my eyes are strained. When I look in the mirror, my face is a ghostly pale shade. Did I eat something bad? I feel completely out of it. I get back into bed just as my phone buzzes. It's a message from Ray. Say, are the others missing imagination? I have to read the message twice to try and grasp the meaning. Uh-huh. Yeah, I still don't get it. I don't know that I want to. I slowly type a response along the lines of WTF and hit send. I wait for a while, but Ray doesn't respond. Well, whatever. I need to get some sleep. I wake up in the afternoon to find Hoshi gnawing on my arm. Hoshi, what do you want? Right? Maybe?
Because we still have the whole mystery.
You know, I mean...
We still have the whole mystery of someone close to you has betrayed you thing. Of course, then again, Noriko could have been talking out of her ass, but I trust Noriko.
Man, if it's Ray, that'll be disappointing.
Any one of them would be disappointing. Except for Kaori.
Woof, woof. Ugh. I shoo Hoshi away and realize my phone is buzzing repetitively. There are over 600 messages from Ray. What the hell?
So about that.
And they all say the same thing. That's a great question. I try calling Ray, but she doesn't answer. The messages keep coming in. This is ridiculous. I'm just going to go talk to her. I have no idea what she's playing at.
So about what my prediction, what we said.
I don't recall, and right now I am too.
No, because I'm like, we're kind of like, oh, Ray better not be the one who betrayed us. And you're like, oh, that I'd be disappointed.
Yeah. I'll leave the house and head towards the school dorms. I remember Ray telling me that she lives there. Nothing out of the ordinary is here. I wrote Ray's room number down on my phone a while ago, so I look it up as I walk. After entering the main building, I head upstairs. I find Ray's room easily enough. Strangely, the door is slightly ajar.
Oh, this is giving me some vibes.
I slowly push the door open. Ray, are you home?
Am I right? Am I right? Am I right?
I don't want to talk. I poke my head in, and I can't see anything. Ray, I'm coming in, okay? And I push the door open all the way and enter the room.
Please tell me I'm right. No, I'm not. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Ray is leaning back on the sofa. She looks comfortable and relaxed. She probably spent the day lounging around. I wonder if she slit her own throat? It's a
No,
really
that
clean
obviously does
cut.
not look like it.
I'm actually quite impressed with how well her jugular vein has been severed. The blood is welling like a fountain from her neck. She looks at peace. Ray is dead. I have to blink several times to make sure my eyes aren't deceiving me. She slit her own throat? No. Someone killed her. Several items in the room have been knocked over. There was a fight here. Ray is dead?
Curious if there's a fight, why would you look peaceful? But, you know, whatever.
Yeah, what the fuck? The gravity of the situation has just sunk in, and maybe I've become so used to stumbling across dead bodies, but that's something nobody should ever get used to, and now it's Ray. And I have no idea what to do, and I don't know who would have wanted her dead, and she didn't deserve this.
Okay, so okay, real world thoughts here. I'm guessing whoever killed her stole her phone to keep texting him to annoy him enough to go check it out. But that's a real world thought. I don't know if that's game thought.
Yeah. I look at her face, and I thought she looked peaceful, but she actually looks scared. I don't know whether she died from blood loss or suffocation, or maybe even fear. I've never seen her like this before, because of course, I've never seen her with her throat slashed open.
Really?
I start to cry, and I can't believe the amount of water pouring from my eyes. Ray. Oh, Ray, why? Poor Ray. I scramble over to her to try to stop the blood pouring freely from her neck. But it's no good, of course. She's dead. She's been dead for who knows how long, and now there's blood on my hands and it smells like Ray. The whole room smells like Ray, and the blood will never wash off my hands, and I'll continue to smell like Ray forever. I try to wipe the blood from my hands, but it appears again every time I dip my fingers into her neck, and I have to stop and pause and wonder what I'm doing and why I keep touching the wound. But I can't stop because Ray hasn't told me to. I can't control myself, and there's still blood on my hands.
This is reminding me of a scene from Macbeth.
A little bit, yeah. The window is open. Maybe someone will see me poking my fingers into Ray's neck. But maybe no one will see me. There is more blood on my fingers. Blood on my toes. Ray's phone is lying on the floor.
What?
There are bloody fingerprints on it, now that I've picked it up, but the screen is locked. I throw the phone aside, I go to the sink. I wash my fingers, I wash my toes. Still some blood on my shirt, but not too much. Just Ray's blood, and smell like Ray forever. Smell forever like Ray smell. I have a great idea. Time to say goodbye, Ray. Poor Ray. Goodbye, Ray. Sorry, Ray. Sorry, Ray. Sorry, Ray.
It's so hard.
Sorry, Ray. Ray, forgive me.
Wonderbar.
I can't believe Ray is dead. I thought the whole thing was some terrible dream, but I awoke this morning with her blood still on my fingers. I don't know what happened to me when I found her. The whole incident is a blur. I need to tell someone else about what happened, but I can't bring myself to talk about it. Ray.
Except now your fingerprints are all over her, so...
Right. Nothing good happens today. Why nothing good happens? So sleep. Need more sleep. Yeah. More sleep. Nothing good. Dog is here.
You know, I really kind of wish MatPat would play this game so we can make a game theory.
Yeah. I managed to pull myself out of bed today and get something to eat. The kitchen looks weird though. The fridge is on the opposite side. Okay. Okay. The microwave is also on the wrong side. For some reason, the whole place seems to be a mirror image of its usual layout. Oh well.
Alright.
I don't care.
Thank you.
My phone buzzes in my pocket. I take a look and find a message from Kaori. So anytime our minds indicate?
Same thing.
So anytime our minds indicate. Nonsense, absolute nonsense. and ask what she means. No response.
It's gonna be the same exact thing.
Yeah, maybe Kaori is feeling as ill as I am. Maybe I should go visit her and see if she's okay.
Bad idea, dude. You're gonna lose it.
I know Kaori lives at the dorm, so I head over there. Now which one was Kaori's room? I've got the number written down on my phone. I look up and head towards her room. I knock on Kaori's door and wait for a response. Nothing. I knock again and the door opens slightly. I guess the latch wasn't done up properly.
So about saving magical girls.
Yeah? Kaori, are you home? I just came by to see if you're feeling okay. Can I come in? I don't hear a no, so I enter the room.
And
How did she get murdered?
ooh.
Kaori is hanging lazily from the ceiling by her neck. Crimson goo is oozing from her eye sockets and spilling from the corners of her mouth. She's a complete mess, though she is smiling, so that helps brighten the room up a bit.
You fucking kidding me with that?
Kaori, I can tell that this wasn't a suicide. There are broken teacups and photo frames littered around the room, making me think there was a fight here. Someone hanged Kaori, drained the life from her innocent eyes, and then left her cadaver here to rot away. Without giving it much thought, I cross the room and put a finger to Kaori's mouth. I wipe away some of the blood, then lick the tip of my fingers.
Alright, that's a good way to get diseases.
It tastes like Kaori. I lean forward and gently kiss her on the lips. But I pull back when I realize how cold she has become.
Bitch, you just cheated on Hikari.
You'd probably call me a stupid idiot for doing such a thing. And in truth, I don't know why I did it.
I don't know, you're cheating on Hikari though, so I can't forgive you.
Maybe it's the shock of this situation. Maybe I'm just looking for a way to make this whole thing feel normal. But none of this is normal. I'm standing in a room with a dead girl hanging from the ceiling.
That you just kissed.
A girl I've known all year. A girl I care for deeply. Now she's gone, and she'll never tease me or make fun of me again. Well, I wouldn't give for her to jump down and say, "Ta-da!" or give me a slap across the head and call me stupid. And then act all embarrassed when I tell her she's a good friend, and then wait for her to reluctantly accept an invitation out to lunch, or to go shopping, or do something, anything. Something normal that normal people do, and not dead people. But she's not a normal person. She's a dead person. A dead girl with a stupid fucking smile on her face, and blood pouring from her soulless eyes. And I don't quite understand why her eyes are bleeding. Is that a symptom of asphyxiation or something else? Because Ami and Amma didn't have the same symptom. And the more I think about it, the more this feels the same as when Ami and Amma died. They were both mysteriously tied up by their necks in the same manner as Kaori. I never thought that Kaori would follow suit, because she was a resilient little princess that never would have gone down without a fight. And, oh god, Kaori is dead now. Kaori is dead, and so many people are dead. Why are so many people dead? I don't understand. Where are the bodies coming from? And where do they go? Do the bodies vanish when I leave the room? Does somebody push reset? What do the bodies do if I just wait around and never leave where they are? I don't want to wait around. The air tastes like Kaori and the blood is still in my mouth, and I want to vomit but kiss her again. And my vision is blurring. This happens all the time. I can't cope with the sight of corpses, but I cope quite well. The cadavers are only sometimes, always in my dreams. And sometimes always they're not. But they always appear behind my eyes. And this time, Kaori was smiling. And it's nice to remember. Okay, well let's see what the next death is.
Miyu. Calling it now, it's Miyu.
I can't believe Kaori is dead. I thought the whole thing was some terrible dream. but I awoke this morning with her blood still in my mouth. I don't know what happened to me when I found her. The whole incident is a blur. I need to tell someone else about what happened, but I can't bring myself to talk about it. Kaori. Okay. Doggy come to wolf. Wolf. Doggy hungry. Feed doggy. Doggy cry. Doggy don't want to eat bloody clothes. Okay, I make doggy pasta food. Make doggy pasta. Wolf. Doggy eat pasta for doggy. Put bloody clothes in for doggy sauce. Doggy not happy, doggy cry. I cry. I don't know where blood come from. Can make more blood. Okay, this is real normal. When I get out of bed, my foot lands in something disgusting on the floor. I look down and see my foot has planted itself in Hoshi's dog bowl. For some reason, the bowl is full of uncooked pasta and sauce. I shake my head. I don't know how that got there.
Because you've lost it.
Yeah, I clean up and decide to take a shower. After getting dressed, I head outside to get some fresh air. The normally familiar street looks strange today. Something is slightly out of place. But I can't put my finger on it.
Everything's reversed.
Text message. It's from Miyu.
Called it.
Sorry, any trouble oppressing migraine infant? Shit. Something's happened to Miyu. I have to rush to her. It might not be too late. Oh, it's way too late. I have Miyu's address in my phone contact. I head over there as quickly as I can. When I arrive, the front door is wide open. I dash inside and locate Miyu's bedroom. Okay.
Oh. Her body is very twisted in ways that should not be twisted.
Yeah. It's really not okay.
Okay, so out of all of these, I wonder which one's had the worst death so far. Because one got their throat slit and, you know, had to let that happen. One got choked to death, and one got beaten to death.
I mean, if the spine or neck were the last thing to go, I would say probably Miyu, with a very close runner-up of Rei.
Really? Because I would figure choking would be very, very not great.
Yeah, but like having your throat cut or having multiple bones broken.
Well, bones broken, yes, being painful, but like I don't know how painful having your throat slit open is and letting the blood drain out of you, compared to being choked to death or beaten to death.
I would assume it's like a very bad, very, very bad cut. Miyu's body is bruised, battered, broken. She's lying on the ground, face up, a calm smile on her lips. Her phone is in her hand, and I can see the last message she sent to me displayed on the screen. Oh, Miyu. Not you too. You were the smartest and most accomplished person I knew. Now you're a trampled corpse, and nothing you ever did saved you from this fate. There are a dozen cuts and bruises covering Miyu's body. Her limbs are twisted at obscene angles, as though someone tangled up her body and then threw her across the room. I walk to her body and look her over from head to toe, and count the number of injuries she has sustained, and I try to imagine how many bones she would have broken. I notice that there's a slight bit of bone protruding from her right elbow, or is it her left? I can't tell anymore. I reach out a finger to touch it, and it's strangely warm and hard, and the frayed and shattered edges of it cause a splinter in my finger, and I wince in pain, but then try to pull the bone splinter from my fingertip. I pluck the bone fragment from my finger and look at it closely, and I put it to my ear, and it sounds like Miyu. and I think I'll keep it as a memento. A memory, a reminder, a keepsake, and I put it in my pocket, and immediately my whole body feels heavy, and I collapse to the floor and squirm around like a snake that has been stepped on. I contort my body into the same shape as Miyu's, and I lay next to her and laugh. And the bone fragment in my pocket laughs too, and it sounds just like Miyu's laugh, which I never heard often. But when I did hear it, I felt good, and now we are all laughing, and then we stop. I take the bone splinter out of my pocket and look at it closely, and it tells me that Miyu is very happy with me, and that if I study hard, I can end up like Miyu. And I look at Miyu, but she is dead, and she nods in agreement, but I'm not sure if I want to end up like Miyu. And she is dead, and she nods in agreement. But then I stand up and put the bone fragment back in my pocket, and I run my hand up and down the wall a few times, and Miyu asks what I'm doing. And I tell her I'm just trying to regain my balance because I feel a little bit dizzy. And Miyu asks why I feel dizzy, and I say because I was trying not to be dizzy. And I look back at Miyu, and she is smiling and dead on the floor. And I don't know what killed her. I don't know how to find out. I'm scared to find out. I'm scared to stay, but I'm scared to leave. And being scared is okay because it's better than being dead, and Miyu nods in agreement. And so if Miyu agrees, then it's okay to be scared. Sorry, Miyu. I don't know why I found you here like this. I don't know what killed you, but I'm going to keep the bone splinter. It's warm in my palm, and it sounds like you. Okay, I wonder what weird thing he's going to do with Hoshi this time.
Let's see. Next one is going to be Yui.
Yeah, I think Miyu died yesterday. I thought the whole thing was some terrible dream, but I awoke this morning with a fragment of her elbow bone still in my pocket. I'm disgusted at the thought of touching the bone. I throw all of my clothes in the washing machine and sit naked on the floor for the rest of the day. Miyu. Man, just nothing about this is okay.
So he's not doing any actual laundry.
I decide to venture outside today and get some breakfast. It's nice in the cafe, warm, comforting. I wait for the waitress to come to my table, but she never shows up. So I go to the counter and place my order, but the staff are all standing around, their faces blank. One of them is pouring coffee into an overflowing cup. The hot brew is running over her hand. I watch in awe as she keeps pouring and the cup keeps overflowing and the coffee keeps running down her hand. The coffee never runs out, it just keeps flowing. I have to tear my eyes away from it because it's not stopping. I leave the cafe. Shin isn't here today, due to the fact that he got fucking murdered by Hikari. I try to buy a box lunch, but the new cashier won't take my money. She is standing still like a mannequin, and won't even respond to my presence. I decide to just leave the store.
This is interesting.
Across the street is a man talking on his phone, except his mouth isn't moving, he's just standing there, holding the phone to his ear. I watch him for 10 minutes. He doesn't move a muscle. I go home.
This is fascinating. What the fuck is actually going on?
Hoshi keeps barking at me until I'm making breakfast. I put some dog food in his bowl and he eats it happily. Today is Christmas Eve. I'd like to spend the day with someone, but I can't bring myself to contact anyone. As long as I stay inside, no one will die, right? Well, that's not how that works. Fuck. It's a message from Yui. Tree's going to die. Someday, after Tree, over my invisible. Yui's going to fucking die. I sprint out of that house, leaving Hoshi barking behind me. I arrive at the dorms and everything looks normal, but I know that Yui will be inside the room and may very well already be dead.
It's interesting that in his, I don't know if I want to call this delusion or mental breakdown or whatever, but like, he can't hear Hoshi talking.
Yeah, that's very... Oh, boy!
Oh.
The damage doesn't look too bad. Yui's head has been cleanly cut from her neck, but she might still be alive. She's smiling after all. There's not too much blood. If I act quickly, a doctor can probably sew her head back on. But she's dead. Yui is dead and decapitated, and she's smiling at me. And there's more and more blood the longer I look at it. And she's holding her own head in her arms, which is the only thing stopping it from rolling towards me and covering my shoes in the disgusting sweet red vomit that is spewing from her neck. I didn't even notice a pool of lifeblood welling beneath her at first, but it's there, and now I can't pretend I didn't see it. Yui says something along the lines of nothing, and I look around the room and realize that my skin is tingling, and I feel like Yui is touching me, and every part of my body feels like it's on fire with Yui's touch. She's just sitting on the floor, her smile wide, not a care in the world. I ask her how she is so calm, and she says nothing to me. But that's exactly something Yui would say. And I ask her what happened to her, and she shakes her head, and that looks very strange due to the fact that her head is no longer attached to her neck. I nod in understanding, and I crouch on the floor next to her, and I lift her arm up and put it around my shoulder, and I nestle my head into the recess of her neck, and I feel at peace with her touch, and I stroke her hair and curl it between my fingers. Oh, Yui, you poor dear, I can't believe this happened to you. But to be honest, at this point, I expected it, and I saw it coming. I just never wanted to admit that something so horrible might happen to you. And I'm sorry I couldn't save you, but to be fair, I didn't really try very hard to do anything about it. Yui just smiles and says nothing, and I continue to stroke her hair, and her head bobs forward a little bit and rolls away, so I get up and fetch it, and then I place it back in her lap, and I sit back down with her and give her a hug. It's only now that I notice Yui's phone, lying in the pool of blood. The screen is showing the last text message she sent to me, which to be honest was complete nonsense, and yet very similar to the other text that I have received right before one of the girls was brutally murdered. I ask Yui what the meaning of her message was, and she says nothing. But I get the feeling she is just being shy, because we are sharing a nice intimate moment. A nice cuddle to escape the storm of reality closing in around us. I decide I've had enough of a cuddle, and I stand up and shake the blood out of my hair, and I turn to Yui and tell her I best get going, because I have some things to take care of, and she looks a little bit sad that I can't stay longer, and I say I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I couldn't be here for you when you were suffering, when someone cut your head off, when someone deemed you worthy of death. But in my defense, I couldn't do anything anyway, and I've gotten used to that. So it's okay, really. Anyway, bye-bye, Yui. Bye-bye for now. I might see you later, but if not, then have a good weekend. Bye-bye, Yui. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Okay. That leaves Hikari.
Bye, Hikari. It was nice knowing you.
Yui was brutally decapitated yesterday. I awoke with my skin tingling, the sensation of her skin on mine still alive in my mind. I couldn't do a thing to save her. Yui. Oh, that's right. Today is Christmas. I should invite everyone over to celebrate. Maybe we can give each other some presents. Drink some eggnog and eat Christmas pudding. Woof. Hoshi seems to like the sound of that. Yeah, it will be fun. I call everyone and tell them to come around tonight. No one has shown up. Not a single person responded to my invitation. I have such lousy friends.
Hikari's dead.
Then I'll just spend Christmas with Hoshi. Woof. Well, he doesn't talk much. He's a dog after all. A dog that can't talk isn't the best company. I'm just going to go to bed.
Okay, so he legit can't hear Hoshi Dog.
So, I mean... Listen here,
Wait.
dude.
Why do you go to school?
I go school. School closed. Sad. Where our friend? Fall over. Hurt. Go home. Feed doggy. No more school. No more hurt. No more friend.
I don't like the direction that this might be going in.
I don't like any of this. When I wake up this morning, I don't want to wake up this morning. I want to go back to sleep. Hoshi is acting weird. He keeps scratching at the door. He's a bad dog. Totally... Like, I don't know some of the order of events. I don't know what to do today. Everything is meaningless, and everything is backwards.
What do you mean, Tyler?
So, there's an order of events here, unless this is all happening in a split second in his mind.
Okay, continue.
So, you know, every time he shows up somewhere, the blood is still fresh.
Yep.
If that's the case with Hikari, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he either didn't send a message or call anyone. She was in a position where she could not, or she was already dead.
Again, my prediction is she's already dead because since right now
He can't hear Hoshi.
he can't hear Hoshi, for all we know,
She
real
could have
Hoshi
died
could-
that first night.
Well, what I was gonna say is that for all we know, Hoshi could have been trying to get our attention to be like, hey, something's wrong with Hikari, but we're just like, oh, good doggy, hungry doggy, feed doggy pasta, you know?
Yeah. There's a lot of weird stuff going on at this point.
And it's hard to tell whether or not that this is, like, if any of this is happening or if this is just his mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Like, it is honestly hard to tell because having worked in a mental health facility, I know that these kind of things can seem very real to someone, or like this kind of stuff that he's perceiving could be real in his mind, but it's not real. But I don't know because I'm not a medical professional.
Yeah.
And it's a video game. I shouldn't be reading into a video game.
But I don't know what that means. I just wish things would go back to normal. But they won't go back to normal, because normal is nothing and nothing is backwards.
Everything is backwards, my dude.
I decided to get some fresh air at the park today. The trees are all backwards, whatever that means. And I'm positive the path used to go in the other direction. None of my friends are answering their phones. I wonder what they're all up to. Even though we're on vacation, I thought some people would still want to catch up. But I'm just alone right now. I wake up feeling lousy like usual. I don't know where Hoshi is. He normally comes and bothers me at this time of the morning. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. I feel like it was supposed to be symbolic in some way. Like I made a promise to achieve something by that date. But it's a distant memory, and I can't put my finger on what it was. My phone buzzes. Hikari. Sadness Angel. Trendy Oval. Mango Invention? Hikari is going to get cut open, and her insides are going to...
Wait. Go back. Or, like, go to chat history. Go all the way down to Hikari's. Oh my god. Do you not see it?
Satomi.
Yeah. Okay, what do the others say?
Yep, Satomi.
Oh my god, how did I just not realize this? Satomi.
Yep. That's unfortunate. Well.
But we haven't had any options to, like, do anything, so it's fine.
You're out.
God damn it, how did I just now realize this? I'm stupid.
And her insides are going to spill out all over the ground, and I'm going to have to clean everything up and scrub the floor and pretend that she didn't die. I'm not going to let Hikari die. I'm not going to let my dearest Hikari die. She lives next door. I can make it to her in time.
She's already dead, dude. By the time you actually get that text message, I mean she's dead.
Yeah, I run outside faster than my legs have ever carried me. Hikari, no, not you. Never you. Not Hikari. I reach her house and I kick the fucking door in and storm inside and throw myself into her room.
I'm sure there might be something in here, but I also don't wanna.
This is like all the dating dialogues. And And that's it. That's Hikari, flat on the floor with a bunch of knives piercing her spine. And that smile on her face, that smile that always hid her sadness, the smile that she only ever gave me, the smile that kept her from giving in to despair. That smile means nothing on this corpse that was once my childhood friend. Hikari, not you, anyone but you. I collapse and land on my knees. It hurts, but it doesn't even begin to rival the pain in my heart. Hikari wasn't supposed to end up like this. Hikari wasn't supposed to be discovered in a pool of her own blood, stabbed in the back countless times. I begin to sob. Then I cry uncontrollably. I reach for one of the knives buried in Hikari's back and I pull it out with a great deal of force. The blade is heavy and slick with red. I throw it at the wall and it lodges itself firmly into the plasterboard. Tiny little flecks of blood spray onto the wallpaper. I crawl over to Hikari, bend down and kiss her on the top of her head and whisper 1,000 apologies into her ear. And I haven't stopped crying and my tears fall onto her face and they drip into her smiling mouth, and I try to wipe them away with my sleeve, but I just end up smearing blood all over the place. I fall back and sob and sulk and kick and flail, and I refuse to accept the scene before me. Hikari. I can hear her voice in my head. I can hear her last scream. I can smell her scent in the air. I can taste her skin on my tongue. I can feel her touch all over my skin. I can see her cadaver behind my eyes. Now Hikari is dead. Maybe I don't have to go to school anymore after all. She was the one that made me go, and now no one will care if I don't show up. Now I will have so much free time. No more school and no more Hikari to bother and nag me, and she also got rid of Shin, so I don't have to hang out with him anymore, and it's like getting rid of 2 friends for the price of 1. I didn't even need to get my hands dirty. Ha 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 ha! And I'm just so lonely, and I want my friends back. Ha 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 ha! And they're not coming back. Ha! Hikari is dead, and she killed Shin, and I wonder if they met each other in heaven. Or hell, maybe. I wonder if they will become friends in the next life, or if they will still fight over me. But anyway, I've spent too much time here staring at this dead body. I don't even remember who it belonged to because the face means nothing to me, and it's just a girl who has sad eyes and a sad smile, and she must have sad friends. And maybe she is the most sad of all because she is on the floor with some sharp knives in her back. Ouch, that must hurt a bit, and that's probably the saddest part of all of it, that she is a bit dead right now. She's just a bit dead from the knives, that's all. Just a little bit dead right now. That's all.
Alright, here's the,
Well, we're upside down now.
cool.
Today is New Year's Eve. I made a promise to be in a relationship by today. That's right. I vowed to get a girlfriend. And today was the deadline. Well, all of my friends are gone, so I have no one. Even the dog, what's his name, has disappeared on me. I miss that fat little pup. I guess I'll start the new year single once again. Oh, hang on. Someone I know is still alive. How could I forget?
Oh my god.
It's either going to be Satomi or it's going to be it's got to be Satomi, right?
It has to be Satomi, and I hate it.
Even though so many students died as well as Miss Yoshida, Noriko, Shin, Ami, Ama, Hikari, Yui, Miyu, Kaori, Rei, Miss Otsuka is still alive. Satomi, my dear homeroom teacher. Maybe we can ring in the new year together.
What?
Hello, Lee. The school is closed right now, but I'm here because there's nowhere else I'd rather wait for you. I'm so glad you're alive. Yeah, I'm still alive. You've lost so many friends, haven't you? It's unbearably tragic, and yet, here you are, still trucking along. I cannot believe you're so strong-willed. I thought for sure you would have broken and given up by now. Yeah, it has been tough, but I'll keep going. Oh, I see. Such a shame. We were so close.
What?
What do you mean? We were so close to fixing you, Lee.
What?
Oh, how I wish you'd just given up. If you'd have cracked, you could have woken up and returned to your old life. Those poor girls all suffered just for you. But you're too fucking stubborn. You just wouldn't give up. No matter how twisted your mind got, how bizarre your thoughts became, you just kept moving forward. Even the dog wasn't enough to help you. I swear, if I didn't know better, I'd say you were happy in this place. This place? This school, this world, this life. Return to your old life, Lee. Just wake up.
Okay, before you continue, let's pause and think. What the fuck?
Possible coma? I mean, that's the, obvious choice.
Okay, here. This is a very far-fetched thought. What if this is all... God, I hope this is not it. What if this has all just been a dream from when we were in a coma for like 2 weeks from the demon incident? I would hate that to actually be the case, but also it'd be funny.
Would you rather that be the case, or the fact that none of this ever existed and it's all just been a coma?
I mean, either way, we're looking at a coma situation with our theories. But when do you think he slipped into a coma is my question.
If it happened in the terms of the time in the game, it would have happened when, at the very beginning, that very first scene.
Yeah, that's when you think it is, like his 2 years of being stupid.
2 years of being stupid, forgetting that magical girls, or not really caring that they were a thing in the world. If it happened in the game, that's when.
So, okay, what do you think maybe possibly happened? Like, maybe...
Car.
No. Let me finish my statement.
Okay.
Like, do you think it's gonna be possible that it's gonna reset us to the beginning? Or, like, maybe it's possible he's been through this before? I don't know if I'm making any sort of sense.
Well...
Because, like, I like your theory.
So, it depends on how the game, I think, wants to handle this, right? If we've been in a coma from the get-go, it's possible that he's relived this a bunch. Will a game give us a chance to do anything about it if that's the case? I don't know. The game hasn't really given us a ton of choices overall. Now...
So it could be just, in general, we're seducing magical girls in our coma state.
Yep, and constantly reliving a tragedy over and over and over again. Or it's just a single loop.
Or, like, inventing such a tragedy in our brain for some reason.
Yeah, it could be that, I mean, if the coma thing is a thing, and the whole game world is fake. Let's say the entirety of it is fake. Well, I guess even if the entirety isn't, it doesn't really much matter. Whatever doctors are there are trying to really mess up his thought process to try to break him free of the coma.
By trying to show him such tragic events that it shocks him into being awake.
Yep. Alternatively... Call 9! There's still totally a chance that, there is something going on in the game world that requires trying to break you for some dark ritual or something. I don't know.
Alright, so we have 2.5 running theories. Yours is you think that his coma was at the beginning of the game. I'm still kind of on the aspect that it could have been at the demon summoning. And that it was, for some reason, too dramatic for him or whatever, and his brain just kept being stupid. and it's like, oh, here's what could happen if this kept going. Here, let me just make this entire conspiracy theory going on. Oh, actually, my conspiracy theory is right in my imaginary world, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But also, did you like click next or anything?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So it just changed graphics on its own.
Well, I mean, I clicked next once. I'm on like wake up. What does she mean?
I know, but when you originally had this, it had the shards.
There was one line of text between them. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure that there were shards before, but like, hey, whatever.
I mean, there definitely was. What does she mean? You've outstayed your welcome, Lee. This place was supposed to be temporary. You were supposed to leave after the first few students died. You witnessed all of their deaths, their brutal, blood-soaked deaths.
Which is why it was always him.
I know they upset you. They disturbed you. Kept you awake at night. You were supposed to find the bodies and then just leave this place. No questions asked. Hell, even if you had left after Miss Rashida died, then that would have been acceptable. But for some reason you felt comfortable continuing to live in a world with frequent, inexplicable murders. You're too stubborn. You started to create this insane backstory about a cult being responsible for the murders. Okay.
Oh? Hey, my conspiracy theorists.
Your mind just invented reasons for the violent occurrences so you could stay here even longer. Some sort of strange defense mechanism, I suppose. So I took care of the cult. I thought for sure that would bring you to your senses. You were supposed to see the truth. But killing the cult wasn't enough. You were happy the cult was gone, even though the leader was a friend of yours. Just how much trauma can your freaky brain take? I was fucking furious. Then, something I wasn't expecting happened. That boy you were friends with, Trin Tanaka. He just went and bit the dust. And you heard all about it. I could tell that you started to crack after that. Who wouldn't be traumatized after hearing their best friend was killed?
Can you read?
I don't know. That should have been enough to send you back, and I didn't even have to lift a finger. But it didn't fucking work. So I slaughtered the twins, Ami and Amma. No effect on you. That's when I decided enough was enough. I'd avoided hitting you too hard up until then, just in case I overdid it, in case your mind couldn't take it. The early murders were designed to gently shock you into leaving the world. I specifically targeted people you weren't close to, so that you wouldn't be overly traumatized. But, after so many failed attempts, I realized I had no other options. You had begun circling the drain. So it was time to kill the girls. Hikari, Yui, Miyu, Kaori, Rei.
I mean, honestly, you should start with Hikari first. Alright.
All dead. By my hand. The shock, the sheer trauma of losing all your friends should have been enough to instantly make you want to leave this world behind. Yet, here you are. Still kicking. Clinging to this world like a drowning rat clings to a rock. Satomi, I don't fully understand what you're saying. Of course you don't. You're still not fully conscious. Let me spell it out for you. Let's go back when this all began. Ha! You remember this day, don't you? It was several years ago. You purchased a final volume of your favorite manga series, Cutie Star, if I'm not mistaken. Several years ago. Except in the real world, in your world, just over 1 month has passed since that day. You were so absorbed in your thoughts, so enamored with your book that you didn't see the oncoming truck.
Hey, you shit. Good job, you.
It slammed into you with violent force you shouldn't have survived. But you did. Chalk it up to your stubborn will.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the next thing you remember is waking up in this world. This artificial, simulated world. In reality, this place was designed to treat coma patients.
Shit, go Tyler.
I'm not sure I'm happy about it, but Okay.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy you got it right.
I was afraid it would be this way.
Hey, I don't mind this, to be honest. I'm glad it's not a Doki Doki thing.
You know, I'll give you that. It led you thinking that it would be Doki Doki.
And then it just, like, pulled the rug right under you and it's like, actually, no, you've just been in a coma, suck a dick.
Yeah. Thanks to the assistance.
I'm sad though.
Yeah, it means none of the girls ever existed.
Well, no, Hikaru could have existed, potentially. But, like, we never got to meet Ray.
Yeah? Thanks to the assistance of an artificial intelligence helper named 54 TOMI. Thank you, Satomi.
That's not quite exactly lead speak, but we'll go with it.
Right. This world adopts a shape that helps the patient feel at ease. Since you always had your head in the fictional worlds of anime and manga, your artificial world revolved around a wonderful academy for magical girls. This artificial world is only supposed to assist a patient's recovery. It's not designed to live in forever. Time passes much faster inside your mind. You've experienced an entire school year and more, and yet just over a month has passed since the truck collided with your feeble body. Your body finished healing some time ago. You have been more than ready to leave this world for days. Real days, not the days inside your head. Yet you haven't woken up. You've become too comfortable here. So, I've been spending all my time trying to force you to wake up. I had to make you not want to stay here, so I poisoned your view of this magical world. I began to kill off people one by one, slowly working my way to the people closest to you. And you still haven't fucking woken up. So then, Satomi, just why are you in this world? You haven't figured it out? I'm the artificial intelligence helper, implemented to ensure you leave this world when your body has fully recovered. I am known by my serial number, 54T0M1, or Satomi. But you failed in your task. You're correct in saying I never wanted to leave this world. I made friends here, I had a purpose. And now you're telling me that none of it was real? Every hardship I faced, every moment I shared with my friends, it was all part of this artificial world created to help me survive a coma? That's right. So, no one here was real. You're real though. You may not look the same in the real world. And I'm real, even if I'm just a program. Oh, Shin Tanaka, the boy who died in the river. He is real. Shin is real? So I do have a friend in the real world? No, not quite. During your coma, you overheard the same name over and over again. You became familiar with it. Shin Tanaka, Shin Tanaka, Shin Tanaka. When you first heard his name, it was during a news broadcast reporting him as missing. Somebody obviously left a television on in your hospital room, and the information seeped into your subconscious. That was about 1 month ago, shortly after you slipped into your coma. You heard about him constantly on the news broadcasts, and your mind connected dots and made you believe he was an old friend. One day, the news broadcast reported him as dead. His body had been found. Hallelujah, Shin Tanaka died. But it happened right on the cusp of your unconsciousness. That's why you never saw his corpse. Your brain realized he had died, but had no recollection of the event occurring. You were shattered when you learned of his death. Traumatized. Yeah, I was. He was so real to me, my friend. And yet, he never even knew you existed. There you have it. Shin was real. Oh, and so was a dog the hospital provided to give you comfort. Hoshi was real? Many patients are given dogs to assist them as they undergo treatment. However, your dog ran away just a little while ago. I can't help but wonder why. Hoshi was real. Shin was real. Someone left the television on my hospital room, and that's how I learned about Shin. But Hoshi hated it when the television was left on. Is that why he ran away? I don't know. I don't care. Regardless, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you understand the situation you are in. You convinced yourself that your world was real, and you convinced yourself that the girls you met were real. Hikari, Yui, Miyu, Kaori, Rei. None of these girls truly exist. They are all just figments of your imagination. It's time to wake up now, Lee. It's time to return to the real world. This is all so much to take in. Even despite what Satomi has said, I can't differentiate what was real and what was fake. I'm in a coma, but my body is healed and I'm supposed to wake up. But how can I wake up? How can I leave behind all the friends I've made? They're real. They're real to me. Lee, it's time to wake up. What do you say?
Okay, so here's where we get to view two different endings.
Okay, well, how do we want this to go? Do we want to go back into the machine for our first ending?
I mean, no, let's try to get the good ending first. So we'll wake up, and then we'll just get bad endings.
Okay, I'm not sure this is gonna be a good ending, but we'll find out.
I mean, it sounds like it's the lesser of two evils.
Yeah, my only concern is that it's meant to sound that way. But it could also be reverse psychology. That's the correct choice. Finally, after all this time, we can end this. When you awaken, you will return to your world. You won't remember your time here. However, I will always be a part of you. The program chip inserted into your brain cannot be so easily removed. I will help guide you as you return to your old life. Don't worry. I've grown rather fond of you during our time here. I'll be gentle. Let's wake up. Together.
That's... What an ending.
Okay.
Huh.
I don't know how to feel about this.
This just gave me major Wizard of Oz vibe, in a way.
I mean, I like the song. The song is great.
That's cool. I can't listen to it, so like whatever. Also, I was right in my brain. She killed them in the reverse order that he met them.
Yeah, also in the reverse order of what she listed, which was like the order, so that makes sense.
Well, yeah, but like I was like, oh, I think this is like the. I was kind of thinking like, oh, isn't this the reverse order of how he met them? And I was right.
I do wonder if that order would have been affected by getting someone else first.
I don't. Well, we wouldn't. We can't. We met Hikari first in the game. There's no.
Well, no, what I meant is like dating someone else.
I don't think it's gonna change a damn thing. I think we just get more CGs.
Yeah.
Now, I am curious if we just go through and just be lazy all the time, if that does affect anything. I wonder if maybe it might make us wake up sooner?
I don't know.
We'll have to find out after we get the other ending.
You're awake. Nurse, come over here. This patient has finally awoken. It's a miracle. We thought we had lost you for good. Tell me, do you remember your name?
What?
What is my name?
Good idea.
It will even let me delete it. It does let me delete it.
Okay.
Do we want to say the AI has taken over?
No, okay. Let's do that the next time. Like, we'll continue this, we'll come back to the AI, and then we'll go back into the dream state and do the other thing.
My name is Satomi. That's not what is on the chart. But it doesn't matter. Fake choice. As long as you're awake, we can go from there. Welcome back to the real world, Satomi. We're glad to have you here.
So they don't care that the AI is taken over. Alright.
Well, let's, since that one doesn't matter, apparently.
Yep. Yeah,
You still refuse to wake up. Tell me, what exactly is keeping you here?
Ooh, new choice. Hang on, save.
It's just one choice.
I don't care. It might lead to 2 different endings. I want us to be thorough in this part.
What do we want to do, Hikari or her?
Hikari.
You say that Hikari is keeping you in this world?
Yes, I love her.
Hikari was your girlfriend, wasn't she? Your true love. I want her back. Give Hikari back to me. I can't do something like that. You know she was never real. Even
so
in this world.
Would probably change drastically if we picked someone else.
Yeah. Even in this world, she is no longer real. She can't be recreated. Give her back to me. Your stubbornness, your persistence. Frankly, it's tiring. It's wearing me out. I suppose the application could be reset. The artificial world could be started fresh. Maybe that would bring Hikari back. I don't know. Even if it worked, she probably wouldn't remember you. The whole world would be as it was when you first arrived here. I want that. Make it happen.
Hey.
Reset the application. It's a stupid idea. Your body in the real world is suffering without your mind attached to it.
Yeah, well, it can suck a dick.
This whole recovery program was supposed to be temporary. You can't keep resetting it and living in it forever. Your body won't be able to take the stress and you'll never wake up. I don't want to wake up. I want Hikari back. Give her back to me.
Now, do we remember anything?
I feel like I've wasted most of spring.
The answer is no.
Okay.
But let's wait until we see Hikari. I wonder if anything's gonna...
You're going to... Okay. You haven't lived until you've seen a film that makes your toes curl, chills your bones, and gives you goosebumps all at the same time.
Okay, so this is different. Cool.
I wouldn't say I'm famous, just incredibly admired. So... Okay. I remember all of it. I remember every moment in this world, every lesson, every battle, every lunchtime spent with the girls. And I remember who wanted to take it all away from me. Satomi. Have you all finished taking your notes? Can I erase this text from the board now? I lost track of the time. Well, pack up then, everybody. Have a good weekend. I see you for what you truly are, Satomi. You're a monster, determined to throw me out of this perfect world that has been created just for me. Well, you won't get away with it this time. You won't murder my friends. You won't murder Hikari. I'll be with Hikari forever. You can never take her away from me. Oli, what are you still doing here? Do you have something you want to talk about? What's on your mind? Wait, what are you doing? Hey, put that knife down. Lee, this isn't funny. Don't come any closer. I know you can't be killed. You're part of the reason this place was built in the first place, after all. Like me, you're one of the foundations of this world. Ah, so you know, do you? Then, what will you do with me? I can't kill you, but I can seal you away, somewhere you can't interfere, somewhere forgotten in the back of my mind. Very well then, do what you will.
That's a twist.
Lee, are you okay? Yeah, everything is taken care of. So, Tsutomi was evil, huh? She was going to kill people? That's right, but I've stopped her. She can't hurt anyone now. That's fantastic, Lee. I'm so proud of you. Now we can be together forever. That's right, Hikari. Just you and me forever. I'm so happy. I've loved you for so long. Now I get to always be with you. You've made me the happiest girl in the world. Lee. Tsutomi is bound and sealed away in the back of my mind. It wasn't an easy feat to accomplish. I had to regain consciousness for just a few moments. I had to become somewhat alert in the real world without shattering this artificial place. Lee, please. I gingerly touched my scalp with my numb fingers. Oh! And searched for any sign of stitches or scarring. Any sign of the location of Tsutomi's program chip. Luckily, I found it within seconds. A long line of stitches that stretched across the top of my head. I grabbed the first sharp object I could find, a small scalpel,
Which shouldn't be anything.
next to the hospital bed. I carefully drove the metal blade into my skull. The scalpel segmented the part of my brain where Tsutomi's program chip was inserted. The blade will intercept the signal from her program chip to stop her from interfering with my thoughts. I don't even mind the fact that my fingers became covered in blood as soon as the scalpel penetrated my head. Please, I'm so lonely. Lee. After all, I've dealt with blood enough times to have become desensitized to it. Once the blade went in, I immediately lapsed back into my comfortable coma. Now I can continue to live in this world in happiness with Hikari. Nothing will make me leave this world. I found the place I truly belong. I want to belong, Lee.
Well, this is
Okay.
That is ending 2. Well, I was about to say, do we want to wait for the end of the credits, see what happens?
Yeah, we can.
I just want to see if anything does happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. See,
So,
I appreciate his plan, right? But won't the doctors notice the scalp? Like the scalpel on his head?
I want to know what fucking doctor just left a scalpel.
Huh.
So. Didn't one of us make a joke back in probably episode 1 or 2 that Tsutomi could be the 6th person?
Yeah. We also called that it was incredibly weird about the magical girl thing, like, in the... there were several things right from the beginning where, like, that's weird.
Yeah, like, he just forgets magical girls exist for a few years, and, like, his magic is completely glossed over because his mind isn't focused on trying to create his magic.
End of program. Interesting. Is it not gonna take me back to the title like it did?
Fascinating.
Okay.
Alright, so back to that.
You think I'm keeping you here? That's not what I mean. What do you mean? I want to stay here and be with you. Oh boy. I've always cared for you, Satomi. Aside
See,
from
I told you it'd
myself,
be a different ending.
you're the most real part of this world. You know everything about me. Everything I've been through. I can't just throw it all away, even if none of it was real. So I want to stay here with you. I want to live here forever with you by my side.
Oh my god. I'm just now thinking about it. Every single time something traumatic happens, she's just like, I wouldn't blame you if you left.
Yep.
Oh my god. The signs have been there all along. We're stupid.
This is so unusual. Somehow, I want the same thing.
Ooh, we have seduced an AI.
And let me stay here. Let's live here together. But your body in the real world can't live forever without your mind returning to it. You're on limited time as it is. But time here is far slower than in the real world, right? We could live here for years before anything happens to my real body. I'm willing to take the chance.
Faster in this world, not slower.
If it means staying here with you, then I accept your proposal. I don't want to be 54T0M1 anymore. I want to be Satomi. This is the Satomi you know and care for. Satomi. Let's be together forever, Lee.
Third ending. Yay! Oh my god. We get a CG of Satomi. How about that?
Yeah?
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Okay. So, unless you really want to collect all the CGs, I just really only want to try one more playthrough, and I just want to see if we get yeeted out of the world by being a loser.
Yeah, I mean, I would say based off like what we've seen from the ending, right? That's really all like the purpose left in the game is. You know, unfortunately.
Yeah, because I severely doubt we could change anything whatsoever.
Yeah, from it you know, it very much is. The game has really the main story arc with the illusion of some choices, and it's not a bad experience, right? Like it's a good experience.
I fucking enjoyed this game.
I've enjoyed the journey. I don't know that I enjoy the conclusion, but I am very picky about how stuff ends. Like I know I'm very picky and kind of critical of stuff like that, so that's an exception on my end.
Play. Play.
Yeah.
Although when I did buy this on sale, it was a wait, what?
You're awake. We thought we had lost you for good. The artificial intelligence helper we implanted in your brain went rogue and tried to keep you in the artificial world. It seemed like their program somehow fell in love with you. But that's just nonsense, isn't it? Anyway, we had to take a risk and forcibly remove the program chip from your brain. There was no other choice, even though it was a dangerous move. Thankfully, everything went well. You're going to be just fine. Welcome back to the real world, Lee. We're glad to have you here. Listen here. Yep, so.
Anyway, so.
There's all the deaths.
Well.
This is probably considered the good ending.
I would argue that it. I don't know that any of them are actually good endings.
I mean, the closest thing to a good ending for this game is you going back into the simulation to live a life as good as you can. That's the best ending for the game. The other one is that AI takes over your head. I mean, you could argue going back to the real world from the chip is the best ending.
Fuck that.
Right? Like, I mean, you kind of built a world where, like, a guy, like, there was a purpose to their life, like, before there really wasn't. So, I mean, it definitely leaves me kind of torn about how I feel about it.
Well, okay, so it kind of plays on the fact that, you know, whenever a character gets thrusted into a magical world of some kind that isn't their own, typically they usually have to go back to their original world. Typically, that is what's considered the best option for them because that's their life. That's the life they're meant to be living, not in some magical fantasy land, which is why Alice leaves Wonderland, Dorothy leaves Oz, etc., etc.
Yeah, it's only really kind of changed a bit with, like, modern isekai or isekai.
I'm not talking about Japanese anime specifically. Like,
Right.
I'm not even gonna get into that entire genre. No, I'm talking about like just like classic books, and people think like, oh, Wizard of Oz has a great ending, or whatever, you know, because it's returning back to the real world. However, some people view that as actually the worst ending, which is probably why this game may have been made, or at least part of what inspired the endings.
Mm-hmm.
Is like, arguably, what you feel after playing the game might be the best ending is living in that fictional world because that's what you've known. That is what you've loved.
Yeah.
So I will fight anyone and say that Living with Hikari is the best ending.
I definitely, like, I know, like, my big problem with, like, stuff like that, right, or like this, is I hate finding out that the world the character is in is not the quote-unquote actual world. Like, I inherently dislike it from a plot standpoint. Not saying that it wasn't well done in how it did it. But I think it did a really good job on how it did it. It definitely, I feel like it subverted tropes that you would have expected.
You mean the fact that we were almost about to call it a Doki Doki Literature thing, and then it's actually like, psych!
Right, like, you know, it took it from a plot point that I strongly dislike in its entirety, and made it a plot point that I strongly dislike, but done very well.
Yeah, I get why people...
And I would argue that Doki Doki did the same thing for me. Is like, I don't like it as a plot point, but it did its job.
I mean, I can understand why you wouldn't like the whole "it was all a dream" scenario, but I mean, there are worse things.
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely agree. And by no means do I want anyone to interpret this as me knocking the game. This is purely a personal
Vendetta.
Yeah, personal vendetta against that kind of thing, because I do hate finding out the game world is a fake world for the main character.
Yeah.
But as I said, I think it did it incredibly well. I think it subverted expectations, because I think it plays on the fact that it knows Doki Doki is a thing, and it's a successful thing, and it got a lot of hype and attention, and it really took advantage of, like, you know, glitching effects and really doing weird stuff. And this game did a lot of that, but not so much to really stand out and like, oh hey, this is clearly supposed to make you think this is a certain thing. I really feel like it did all of it like, hey, this is supposed to. It had the feeling of this is just supposed to unnerve you. This isn't supposed to necessarily give you any idea about the actual plot.
I also really enjoyed that we came into this seeing that it was a psychological horror game, and we're both expecting not only Doki Doki Literature Club, we're expecting Madoka Magica.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, how about that? How about that shit?
To be fair, and I bet each of the girls probably have their own little thing that is Madoka-esque, just like Hikari murders the mom and suffers some psychosis from it. I bet all four of them have something a little bit similar to that. It wouldn't make sense for this game not to have that. But yeah, like, I am happy with the game. I am not happy how it ended, though it ended well. And I know that's a contradiction. Oh. But I think that makes a lot of sense, probably, like, with the previous, asterisk of, I don't like the trope, but this is something that I feel did it well. Okay, so we're going to try and do
speed run loser end. If there is such an end. If there's not after the first
But exams... This makes more sense now. And this.
Oh my god, you're right. Holy shit.
Like...
Do a girl this time. Not like it's gonna change a damn thing.
Right.
Type in Zatome.
Oh, no, I should have done that.
Okay, who cares?
Actually,
please don't lie to me again.
Liar.
That's a fun thing. No.
No,
oh.
I'm... Okay.
Oh. No. Click it. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, do we want to do...
I just want... Yes. That's what I'm going with. Damn. I was hoping there might have been a cute little Easter egg.
That is a missed opportunity.
I know, right? Okay. Speed run this shit. That goes by so quickly, holy shit.
Oh boy. Man,
okay, well, this is going. Anyway. Let's be a bitch. She's a little weird.
Yeah, she is. She seems to live in her own world.
Oh wait, I think we picked that last time. Oh well. You have to click skip again, I think.
Probably.
Yeah. Stupid dream. I'm not a mushroom, so it doesn't matter. Yes! We lost a point. Fuck yeah. We're at 0% again. Sorry everyone, we're just gonna be a bitch.
Right. Come on.
Tall fit girls, yeah. Yeah! I wonder if we actually end up getting negative points. Probably not. No.
No.
Alright, well, go straight to school.
This is gonna take a little bit.
Probably, but we can chat. Alright,
That's
so...
true.
I guess I need to consult my list to decide about what I'm gonna make you do next.
Yeah, you've got a few things lined up, don't you?
Over a dozen.
Oh god.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, there's a couple of multiplayer games that you know, I'd be playing the game with you. Hi, Miss Yoshida. Nice seeing you alive again.
Yeah. I mean, we're calling it nice, right?
I didn't mind her. Well, nice to know that replaying the game doesn't have any adverse effect. Like when you restarted Doki Doki Literature Club after technically getting one ending.
Yeah, that kind of thing is always lame. Like, I mean, I get why they
No.
do it. Well, it's not lame. Let me rephrase that. That was spoken
Torturous
off the
words.
cuff, and yeah. I think the term I was looking for is a hassle for something that you want to kind of go in and explore. But I think for something where it's meant to really just kind of wrap it up, I can see why it would do that. Can I skip
Anyway.
this? Okay, I can skip this again.
Anyway, so I'm very happy that we played through this.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a game I'm glad I played. It definitely elicited reactions I did not expect.
And everyone got to find out that I'm a psychotic person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you saw the article I sent you, right? About someone made an Untitled Goose Game app on your Windows PC.
Oh, you mean Untitled Goose Game malware? Yes.
It's actually, well, is it malware? Because I've been reading reviews saying it's not.
Well, I mean, like, it's not like actual malware. It just takes control of your mouse. Or at least I was seeing things that said that, yeah, this can take control of your mouse and, you know, do stuff. It acts like what you would think typical, like old school virus does.
Except it's a goose.
Yep.
It's an annoying goose. I want him as a pet.
I have no desire to have any kind of geese as a pet. Or pets.
I had a duck as a pet once.
Did you?
For like a month.
Fair.
Maybe less. Until my mom gave it away to some Chinese couple.
Yeah.
To be fair, it wasn't very happy.
Did you say you wasn't or it wasn't?
It wasn't. It was being bullied.
By the chickens?
By the chickens. Specifically, mostly the rooster.
Yeah, you and that rooster did not get along.
Yeah, every time I went near that rooster, I had a fucking tennis racket with me, and I used it to shield myself from him.
I think I remember that.
Because even though typically that rooster really only ever attacked males, because every time my brother went in there, he attacked him, but like sometimes he would charge at me as I went to go collect eggs, and I was like, rooster, fuck off.
To be fair, it sets the boundary.
Yeah, well, he's still a bitch. I still made them all eat chicken, so whatever. Who's the real winner here?
Well, I think we can all agree it wasn't them.
Hey, chickens will eat just about anything, so we'll pick.
Yeah? Man, we really are speedrunning this.
I know, right? Because we're not doing anything, we're just being a loser. And we only have to go until, like, what, June, July?
Something like that.
Yeah, wasn't too far along.
We also haven't hit like all the time skips yet either. See that, like, that's what, the first time skip really?
You know, there's something to be said about the fact that I got so into this game that I was making strategies on how to seduce the girls. And now it's only useful if we want to go back for the CGs, which I intend to, for my game.
That's fair.
But we were both wrong. There's no, well, definitely all the girls did die, but I don't.
There's
I
no
don't-
way to save them.
Except for restarting the entire program and being with the one that we got 100%.
Yeah, I mean, technically the others are still alive in that world. But...
Actually, that does beg the question, how does that change the thing if I don't get 100% with anyone? Or does it just kick me out prematurely?
Middle of July.
Middle of July. Jinx.
Oh, hush.
Technically, you're the one who's supposed to hush since I jinxed you. Ha.
But it's hard to hush when you're the one streaming.
I mean, it's not hard. Is it a good choice, though?
Okay, I'll give you that.
I win. Oh my god.
We've got
We are
like
just like...
we've got like 2 more months of this.
I mean, it's not taking that long, though.
I mean, that's true.
It's just you have to do a lot of clicking. I just get to sit back and commentate. As I contemplate the fact that I really should be asleep right now.
What time is it? 10:09, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't usually stay up this late. Well,
There's also the fact that I'm sick.
yeah.
But I did take a nap, so I guess fuck my sleep schedule.
To be fair, your sleep schedule is almost non-existent anyhow.
Fuck off, we're not talking about what my sleep schedule was like last night.
I think just in general.
Last night has been the worst it's been in a couple of weeks, probably. I don't
Oh,
know, I
has
don't
it?
exactly keep track. Yeah, I slept for like 3 hours and then I woke up at like midnight.
Oof.
Actually, less than 3 hours. Then I woke up at midnight and I was awake until about 3:30, 4 o'clock. So I slept for like another hour.
Are you tired when you wake up that soon?
Tyler, I always feel tired when I wake up. It's just whether or not I feel continuously tired throughout the day is the question.
Okay. Do you continuously feel tired throughout the day afterwards?
Usually. But, I drink tea and pretend that I don't feel tired. Usually, the number of cups of tea I have in a day is basically how well my day's going, or how well I feel. 0 to 1 cups a day equals a good day. 2 cups of tea equals, 3 cups of tea is a bad day. I'm not allowed to have more than 3 cups a day.
No?
No, I did that one. Not a good time.
Fair enough.
I legit was having a panic attack. I was trying to sleep.
That, you're right. No more than 3 cups of tea for Ash.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. I was shaking a lot. So even I have my limits on actual caffeine intake. Despite the fact that I've been able to go cold turkey on it and not feel any negative side effect thus far in my life.
I get a headache for like the first day or two if I cut back too much.
Now, since I only drink like 0 to 1 cups of tea on a normal daily basis, I don't think it's enough for my body to get fully addicted. I don't think. I don't know. Science is weird.
Well, it's not enough to be like, oh hey, we're gonna punish you now.
No, that's just Casey.
Fair.
It gets bad. Any fun plans for the weekend?
Not anything different than usual. I think I'll be able to actually stream on Saturday this time, and then I don't think I got anything planned for Sunday outside of relaxation.
Sounds fun. I wish I could join you on the Saturday stream, however, I might be booked.
Yeah, just maybe.
No, I mean I might be booked because Casey's gonna make me do birthday things, and I have no idea what the birthday things are.
That's what I meant. I don't like that the different meaningful text is on different parts because it's on the bottom here, then it goes to the top for straight to school.
Menu designs are stupid. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell me.
I think I might just make you. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, we're making progress. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, technically any progress is progress.
True.
But, no, what I was gonna say is I think the next game I'm gonna make you play when we stream again next going to be, Bad End.
I somehow suspected that.
Well, I at least was able to get through that in one sitting in about 2 hours. 2.5 hours. And that's with getting every ending. So, we'll see how well you do. Remember to save often.
Reassuring.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think there really is much of anything you could tell me that would make that better.
Yeah. You wanna know something even more fucked up?
What?
The fact of... I know you probably have like a good slight backlog of things to upload to YouTube, but even...
Oh god, I really do.
But even with that, you will most likely upload your playthrough of Bad End before I ever upload mine.
That's fair.
Because I'm pretty sure I played it sometime last year. I just don't remember if it was actually in Oregon or... I don't remember when I recorded it. It's lost in the sea of all of my things.
Man, it feels like this was so long ago.
Isn't it fun going back down memory lane?
I don't know. It's not messed me up like some things have. So, I mean, I guess there's that.
Okay, you have your choice actually for next week. We could do several pretty probably short games because you probably won't want to play through all of them. We could do several of those, or we could play Bad End.
We'll do Bad End.
Cool. That way you can't say it's my fault.
Thank you.
You chose it, not me. Hee.
Okay, let's just go ahead, go home. Again.
You know, typical high schooler life. Except we're technically 18.
Okay.
We're almost there. We got about a month left.
Yeah.
And like I said,
Yeah,
I just
that.
want to go until this first test to see if it kicks us out.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think it's a valid thing to test. This will probably get cut in the video though, or fast forwarded a lot.
Hmm. I don't know, but since I found that walkthrough on how to like easily seduce all, I'm just gonna go through that eventually and get all the nice CGs. Though I think I might want to take my time a little bit just to play as a girl if there's any different dialogue.
I think there'll probably be like a little bit of different dialogues, but probably not a ton.
Since I won't be the first magical boy.
I mean, that's true.
God, we were even theorizing that we were like this dude's descendant.
Yeah, that doesn't really make sense now in context of like you get a pick. That's the kind of thing that if people actually watch this on YouTube, they'll be like, "What are they going on about? You gotta pick which one you were."
Well, they might realize that, but we're stupid. They could probably just binge watch the entire series and just be like, duh, of course. But for us, it's been like a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think this is what, the third week?
I don't know. Fuck if I know what time is.
Pretty close to it.
Fuck if I know. Regardless, I've slept since then.
Multiple times. Even you.
Can't believe we had a fucking talking dog. We had a dog with us.
Right. Also, there was totally a moment in this skipping of stuff where someone's eyes were not on their head as it transitioned off screen.
Wunderbar.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Gentle glitch. We're almost there.
Almost. Let's see, that was what, after the second murder? Or no, that was still just after the first.
Well, at least I called it on the fact that he invented the conspiracy theory. I'm happy I got some predictions right.
Oh boy. And racing for the second murder now.
I saw the eyes off of Satomi's face
Right?
that time.
It's really interesting how some of the drawing setups work.
Why not?
Right? It's not like it matters anyhow.
Nope, we are just gonna be a loser.
Yeah, Kaori is having a hard time right now.
I wish I could feel any kind of sympathy for her, but I can't. Partly because she doesn't actually exist. Secondly, because I
Low
just
blow
had no
there.
Okay, not quite what I meant by that, but secondly, also I just haven't liked her.
That's fair.
Like there are some times when I do like a good tsundere character, like Taiga from Toradora, I adore. But I don't know, I just couldn't get into Kaori's tsundere character.
I think it's because of like just like how quick the extremes go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
Like,
very
there ha-
much like it's the trope, like the extreme trope of it.
Yeah, it would be different if we as a person had a bit more like something traumatic happen and she was like showing more of her sweet and caring side. But to us in this game, she never really showed a sweet and caring side too much, so it just never endeared me to her.
Yeah, only the one experience during the shopping thing.
Mm-hmm. And even then, that was kind of like, Yeah, I just like Taiga from Toradora. You know, like, a few episodes in, and she's like, you know, she made some things for her crush, but she's like, oh my god, I can't give it to them. And then the dude's like, I'll just eat them, and she's like, oh my god, what? Like Taiga has some endearing moment.
Okay. Almost there. Just like no, off of this screen. Like 2 more days.
Okay, so tomorrow is the thing, right?
It's either the Wednesday or the Thursday. It's probably Thursday.
Check the schedule and then don't click skip if it is today.
Yeah.
Or not schedule. Fuck calendar.
I listened to you though. 19th, Thursday.
Okay, so skip and then don't skip. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Because she had said there would be some consequences for those who failed. I just can't help but wonder.
The day is here. Exams. My hands are sweaty as I take my seat. I really hope I've prepared myself enough for this. The answer is no.
Not at all.
Yep. All this is pretty standard.
So we just mark everything wrong. 6 all girls. Yep, that's totally it.
Doesn't seem quite right.
Favorite animal, yeah.
Yeah. The bait.
Yeah, the bait.
Okay. Yep, okay. Okay.
Yeah, wait. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how
you
well I
failed.
performed.
You failed. That's fine.
Ready by tomorrow.
It must be magic. I love you, Hikari. Don't hate me.
Well, let's see if there's anything weird that happens.
Oh, fun fact. While we were talking earlier, I was scrolling through a bit of the Steam reviews finally.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were like, Carrie's best girl. And I'm like, you're allowed to have your opinions. Alright, okay. Da-da-da. We are the exceptions.
Yeah.
Who?
Uh-oh. The score. It's not good. There's a big fat letter F on the scorecard. Honestly, 54T0M1, I expected better from you. Normally, a score this low would result in punishment by the Academy. It's clear you're not making the most of your time here. However, I could look the other way just this once for a small fee. So Demi takes a chunk of cash from my wallet. There. Now don't let this happen again. Study and shape up.
Okay. That's not what I was expecting to happen whatsoever. That's like the perfect opportunity. Kinda not really, but like still. I wasn't expecting that whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna make you go through the second semester.
Yeah. Very interesting. Well, I guess with where it stands now,
We're done.
Yeah.
We done.
we are finished with How to Date a Magical Girl. I know we said we was going to do more runs, but I think again, like after seeing how the game ends, there's really not enough content to justify doing really any more with it, you know.
Yeah, I know, right?
And ultimately, it doesn't matter because whatever we do doesn't really matter at all.
Except for who's the best girl that we end up at the end with.
Yeah. Oh boy, it was a game. I think it was a fun experience, and definitely worth a playthrough. If you want to see the other CGs, either pick up yourself or find them elsewhere, as people do. But I think it was a good title, and I think that it did a good job subverting the tropes of the genre.
It definitely blew away all my expectations.
Any other closing thoughts before I wrap up the stream?
No, I pretty much said all I wanted to say earlier before even the stream, because that's what I do.
Okay. Well, this will get uploaded.
I think this might have been our shortest stream.
It's 2 hours. I think we had like one other one that was like 2 hours as well.
Okay. I was like...
Yeah. But it was an experience. We'll see you in we'll see you in the next
fun adventure.
horrible decision I make you go through. Have a good one, guys.